QSY AA6S.
Well, hello, radio. Bozo Net time. K6MYC, Denmark, Mexico 07. Beaming south, looking for any check-ins in the south half of the San Joaquin Valley, or anybody that can hear my voice. This is K6MYC, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, Central California, QRZ Bozo Net.
AA6S.
Good evening, Mike. KM6SRR, number 432.
Kilo
Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox, number 982.
Well, while Mike's writing them all down, good evening, guys. Bill and Mike and Daryl. Good to hear you guys. KM6SR.
Yeah, good evening, Rob. I got everybody, but I just didn't get it written down. I realized when I yelled out, I didn't have a piece of paper in front of me here. So I've got you, 982, Daryl, and I heard a couple of others. So who else is in here beside you and Rob? Over. Must be a couple. I heard two voices at least at the beginning there. QRZ, Bozo Net. Go ahead, check-ins. I only got one or two guys, so call in again. If you didn't hear your number, come back.
800 AA6S.
There's 800, and I heard you trying to work that W4EAU or whatever it was. I got him earlier, but band went out right about that time, and there wasn't any more that came in that I heard. We did have a 6-meter opening here, guys. And it was a funny one. It started about 6 o'clock, or at least for me, when I walked in the shack about 6:30. A band was wide open here. Well, not wide open, but it was open to Alabama and Louisiana, and I worked a couple of guys in Texas, so all across that lower 40, so to speak. Who else is in here beside AA6S, KG6C? CE. God, I can't remember your call. Daryl, that's ridiculous. KG6 Charlie Echo Fox, KM6SRR, K6MYC. Anybody else?
WA6AAJ727.
727 is here. Good evening, Mike.
Hanging out.
Hello, Mike.
I'm really looking for our friend down there in Lake Isabella, KB6 RQU. KB6 RQU, are you around anywhere, Rick? K6MYC, calling and listening. It's been so long we can't remember your call anymore. Oh, Bozo 61, where are you? Well, okay. He was at church last night, but he doesn't have any excuse tonight unless they didn't let him out the door. Over.
He didn't donate enough.
Oh, they were rattling him for more. Had him turned upside down and his pockets emptied. Huh? So how many did you work on 6 meters, Bill?
Oh, I think about a half a dozen. The band was going out. I heard you work. You and I looked. First I checked the digital, and man, it was strong. But I don't have the computer hooked up right now, so I couldn't see it. I was going to ask Aaron if he was on, if he worked any of that stuff, because a lot of contacts into New Zealand and out there.
K6USY.
Yeah, go ahead, Aaron.
Hey, Bill. Yeah, I worked like 3 stations in Florida. Wasn't hearing anything out in the Pacific, but I was working Oklahoma and Texas and a couple stations in Florida this afternoon. So, yeah, the band was open to the south part of the country.
Roger. I worked at WA3 GWK, I guess, and KJ4E and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was WA3GWK was his call.
Yeah, WA4. Does it a 4? I got a 3. I don't know. I wrote it down 3 times. I don't know. I guess I got it wrong.
No.
Whoever he was.
No, it was a 3, WA3, but he was in 4-land. He was in Echo Mary 40.
Oh, okay. I didn't pay attention to that. Yeah, WA3GWK and something like a K4AFL and some other ones.
Yeah, I missed W4AFL. He had a booming signal, but I thought it was somebody was going to call him. I didn't want to go on top of him. He was in the middle of a QSO when I heard him. And I called in on the frequency, and I said, K6MYC standing by. I usually lets them know that there's more people to work, but I never heard him again.
I think we're running so much more power than these other guys that they hear you, and or vice versa. You know, if we can hear them, they may not be. They hear us good, and we can barely hear them. Let's put it that way.
Well, some of them were quite loud. AFL was quite loud, but some of the guys were pretty weak. Yeah, and one guy running 100 watts on a 5-element LFA at 60 feet, he was quite strong. I said, you're quite a bit stronger than the guys running 500 watts. I worked a guy running 500 watts in a LFA at 25 feet. Well, of course, a lot of that has to do with location and stuff. You were hearing stuff I wasn't hearing when you were struggling with the EMU station. I couldn't hear him at all. I think I heard him earlier, so our path was wholly different, which is not unusual. Ken and I, K6HCP, and I used to live about 5 miles apart, and he would work stations I couldn't hear and vice versa, so quite typical on 6. But it was nice to see the double hop opening. And, of course, that's what the sun is doing. I don't know what the SFI numbers were, but all this sun disturbance, the sun is just spewing all kinds of crap out there. I knew it had to do something on 6. Over.
Yeah, Roger, Mikey. I watched this guy on you know, the solar stuff, and he says we're getting bombarded like gangbusters right now.
Yeah, it's just about over now, from what I understand, although there may be some fireworks. It's usually fireworks at the beginning and the end on 6, and then it's not necessarily there in the middle of the opening or the flare. A lot of CME stuff going on, lots of CMEs in various places on the sun, so they keep coming around to new spots. So anyway, it was interesting, and it was nice to see the band open up on the sideband part of the band for a while for a change. That was wonderful. Okay, let's take one more standby in the San Joaquin Valley, or anybody that can hear my voice. This is Mike, Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie Bozo 47, looking for check-ins here. Over.
K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100 officially checking in.
Okay, and I got you. And by the way, Dave, I think I got you 971. You're here, right, Dave?
Hi, Roger. Yeah, I caught that error and was talking, so I stopped real quick. Yep, K6BBG 971.
Did you get in on the 6 opening?
You do what?
Did you get in on the 6-meter opening?
No, not at all.
You've got to have the radio turned on. Whenever there's sun activity, like we're having massive sun flares and stuff, you got to turn 6 on because it's liable to just pop open, and that's exactly what it did. It really surprised me. I was in the other room watching TV. Hell, for all I know, it was open for 2 hours before that. I fell asleep at about 5 o'clock or so, and didn't wake up till close to 6, and I came out, and here I kept hearing voices. What the hell's that? Of course, I knew what it was. As soon as I heard voices coming out of this room, I thought maybe I had left the radio on 7 megahertz, but I remembered, no, I know I tuned it to 6 in the morning. I usually do that when I'm done. Point east and put it on 6 meters and monitor all day. All right, enough of that. And how about you, Gerald? Did you work anybody or hear anybody or get on at all?
So, wouldn't do me much good. But yeah, we are having some real big mass ejections from the sun right now.
Yeah, well, that's what's causing all this. By the way, we didn't get any rain today. I did get outside and I got hit with 1 drop of rain, so it did rain. But it's now starting a little bit to just very, very light drizzle. So far it's a big nothing. Over.
Oh, wow. It's been pouring up here since about 11 o'clock.
Yeah, no, we've been clear all day. We rode down to the mailboxes at about 12:30, and it was not a drop. It was dry as a bone. I mean, the ground was lightly wet. It had rained early in the morning, about 6 or 5:30 or something. We got a little sprinkle. So things were wet when I woke up, but that was no rain from the time I woke up and got up till just late in the early in the evening here. All right. I'm glad you got it. It passed us by again, as it has been doing lately.
Hi, Roger. Yeah, I was up in Oakhurst. It seemed like they were panicking up there. They were supposed to get hailstorm and inch and a half of rain and all kinds of stuff. They wanted to close businesses early and the whole deal.
Holy cow. Yeah, nothing like that here. Yeah, we didn't even have any wind. There was no wind. It was warmish. Not real warm, but I suspect we got to 70 degrees before it was all over. So it was kind of a mellow day, but turning down to cold, but nothing serious. But maybe it'll come in and we'll see some of it tomorrow or tonight later. All right, let's see. Anybody else before we go toward Santa Cruz, K6MYC? Okay, Santa Cruz it is. I'm going due south. I'm just going to make noise here. There's 200 Atascadero. Anybody? Nobody down that way. Coming up. 50, 60, and 70 something. That should be pretty close. KW6 Sugar. KW6 Sugar, Alpha Foxtrot 6 United. Either one or both. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie Bozo Net.
K6MYC, KW6S, 610.
Well, good evening, 610, and you're sounding good over here. Nice strong signal. No flutter, no waveries, at least so far anyway. So I was going to get a check written today, but we got tangled up in all the mail that we hadn't opened and hadn't gotten through, and I never got Judy to get out and get the checkbook out. I have a couple of checks to write, so it'll probably go in the mail tomorrow. Anyway, looking forward to that package.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I got it in a box. I didn't get it sealed up, but it should go out maybe tomorrow as well. And yeah, I'm not in a hurry, so at your leisure. Yeah, otherwise I'm noticing no flutter, but a real slow fade. Maybe 10, 15 seconds. So it may not be quite as good as I originally hoped this conditions would be tonight. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, well, you're doing fine. You got a little bit of motorboating or flutter on you now, but it's very minor. And I'm seeing perhaps a little fading, but I can't hear it on the radio. All I'm hearing is a flutter. Anyway, let's see if Lee is there by chance. We talked to him yesterday. Today, the guy was going to come out and at least think about putting the tower up. By the way, Tom, just for reference, did you get rain today?
Oh, we got quite a bit of rain starting about 4 o'clock this morning. I don't know how much, but it rained, up until about 2 o'clock here at a pretty good rate the whole time.
Okay, because we didn't get anything like that. We got a little rain before it was light, but it was very minor. And nothing through the day. It was not raining when I got up, and it hasn't rained all day. I got a drop or two now and then from the sky, but it wouldn't even wet the concrete here. So it was a big all smoke and no fire for us. Let's see if Lee is in there. He probably isn't, because the guy came out and probably couldn't do anything in the rain with the tower. AF6 United, K6MYC.
K6MYC, AF6 United here, and no, actually, I hear you guys confirm that, so we're coming up on 2 inches of rain, which is really unusual for us in one 24-hour period. So it's quite wet here, and in addition, your signal is kind of weak tonight, so I hope
your Q3, readability 3, Lee, very light. I wonder if you've got the antenna turned or down. Maybe you got the antenna down or something, because you're very light like you were when you first started here. The weakest I've heard you in months here. So are you, everything working okay on your side? Are you turned right over?
As far as I can tell, the antenna is pointed in the right direction, and I haven't changed anything, so maybe I've got some moisture in one of the connectors someplace, something like that. So I won't take up too much of your time, and I'll just say I'm crossing my fingers for next week, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday for the tower. So basic NYC from AF6 United. Back to you.
Yeah, well, AF6 United and Tom KW6S. Tom, are you copying Lee?
Yeah, I'm hearing him pretty good. I moved to an alternate heading here for you. I'm hoping you're still hearing me well. This one seems to be a little cleaner, but maybe not as strong. But yeah, he sounds about usual here to me, but then I wouldn't know. We're here pretty much on a direct path. A6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you what he said, because I couldn't get any context on what his conversation was. So can you repeat what he said? Have any note over?
Yeah, he did not get the antenna up. I guess that wasn't really confirmed, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. He's got 2 inches of rain in the last 24 hours, which is surprising for him. And otherwise, he's looking forward to his antenna.
Oh, so they did get the tower standed up, over?
No, the guy did not come, and had heavy rains all day as well. And I think that was about the gist of everything. He did say you were very weak tonight as well. And AA6S working in here from the side.
Okay, thank you for the update on that. Sorry that the guy couldn't do it, but with 2 inches of rain, I wouldn't be surprised. That would go without saying almost, that he wasn't going to diddle with that thing in the rain. So that's fine. Maybe next week it'll stop and he can get out there and try it again. All right, Lee. I wish I could copy, but just way down, so the band is really depressed here. It's the worst I've seen it, but it must be this weather. There must be a weather front or something. Maybe we're going to get it now. Maybe it's moved down and it's in the path between us. Who knows? I think it's drizzling out there slightly. Let me just have you guys stand by a second, and I'll turn around and step out the door here. Give me 10 seconds, and I'll see if it's even raining here. Hang on.
Yeah, I hope we got most of it.
Well, I guess you could say we have a light mist. I stuck my hand out and my head out, and I didn't get wet. And no wetness on the concrete. The concrete's wet, but it's not runny wet. It's just damp, so it shows like it's had water on it. So we're still not getting any rain here. Holy cow! All right, well, it's probably gonna. We must be on the edge of it, and we get a little wet here every hour or two, it seems like, through the day, just enough to know that there's clouds up there, and that's it. Okay, 73 to you, Lee. Sorry we're not doing better. We'll look for you Sunday night, of course. Look for you Sunday night. Thanks for coming up here. Back over to you, Tom. Let's see, you got, I think we've got Bill standing by there. Let's see if Bill and you can get together tonight, and let's see what that path looks like. KW6S with AA6S and WA6AAJ, K6MYC. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I'm hearing Bill pretty good here tonight. AA6S, KW6S. Yeah, KW6S. Come over a little quick here. Yeah, you're loud and clear here like always. Yeah, I've got a little bounce on your signal there, but a little warbly, but nothing serious at all. And yeah, it's whatever's bothering the Mike Lee connection isn't hurting us at all here tonight. I'm not sure if Lee can hear you or not there. A success, KW success.
Yeah, KW success, AA success. Well, is Lee on right now? Let's see if I can hear him.
Want to give him a call? Lee, are you hearing Bill? Oh, very good. Bill, he's not hearing you, so I don't think you can work him.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell he was talking. He's dead. Either something to do with the atmosphere or whatever, the weather moving in. But you're coming in. Yeah, there is QSB now. At first, when I heard you, there wasn't. I had moved my antenna a little bit. I don't know if that did something, made it go bad or worse or whatever. But I think I pointed pretty close on you there. But anyway, you're coming in here loud and clear, and nothing from Lee. So I guess no inversion or something. KW6S, AA6S, over.
Oh, yeah, I'm still surprised on VHF I get out of here at all. So it's certainly always going to be a little bit spotty. AA6S, KW6S, and I guess back to Mike.
Okay, very good. You want to try Mike, WA6AAJ. Are you copying him, Mike, over?
Yeah, KW6S, WA6AJ. Hello, Tom.
WA6AAJ, KW6S. Oh, yeah, got a bit of a gargle going there on you, but good, strong signal, and it's even enough that it just makes you sound different rather than make it hard to understand. Good evening there.
Roger. Yeah, I wish you guys sent some of that rain over to Clovis. Haven't had much yet.
Well, I'm a little selfish. I kind of like to keep it here in Santa Cruz, so I don't have to go on water rationing next summer.
That's pretty selfish, I tell you.
Yeah, it's when I still had the vineyards down there, I didn't feel that way at all.
Yeah, pretty soon they're going to put meters on our private wells, too. That's coming.
Yeah, I could see that coming. That actually was part of the decision to sell.
I don't blame you. Anyway, good talking to you, Tom. KW6S, WA6AAJ, back to Mikey.
Yeah, I was wondering if your phase lock roof thing went out of lock. You know, I hear the same thing here, but I'm broadside to you. But make sure see if your light bulbs are lit up on the phase lock.
Is that for Mike?
I couldn't get what he said. He's garbled here, over.
Was that for AHA, Bill?
Yeah, for Mike. It sounded like he was out of phase lock.
I was pretty steady here, but certainly a lot of kind of a warble, but he wasn't moving around any.
Tom's a little garbled, you're not, and Mike's not, and I'm not even pointing at Mike.
It's the band.
It's just the way the weather patterns are, the way it's bouncing around. Anyway, he sounded fine when he checked in earlier, so I don't know. I think it's just because I'm broadside and he's broadside. I'll get back to you, back to that there. KW6S, 73 is Tom, A6S.
A6S, W6AAJ, KW6S, back to K6MYC.
Okay, very good. We got it. Everybody's got warble on them, and it's just the band, Bill. The band is making everybody sound funny here. Very, very fast up and down flutter. It sounds like you're losing lock, and there may be some Doppler in there as well off the off the weather front, so it's all kinds of things going on here tonight. 73 Tom, 73 Lee, and we'll see you guys on Sunday. We'll see you, Mike and Bill, if you are going to get out of here too, and we'll see you Sunday night. I'm going up into the Bay Area here and see if we've got anybody that can copy us over there. That should be pretty close to the Bay Area. Let's see what we get. K6MYC Bozo Net, Bay Area, over.
N5MPD 1129, Mike.
Okay, I hear two of you. NPD 1129. And here 507. I think that's you, Fred. KD6SOK. Hang on a second. Let me just say a word or two to Brett, and then we'll get it over your way. Go ahead, Brett. N5NPD, November Papa Delta, K6MYC. Go ahead.
Well, good evening, Mike. Yep. You were talking about no rain your way. We had a whole 6,400, but that's kind of the way it goes. It moves to the north of us, and you're a little bit to the southeast of me. So yeah, I'm not surprised you didn't see anything over.
Yeah, well, I got about an eighth of an inch in the bottom of the rain gauge, but it's not worth talking about. It was a collection of what happened between midnight and noon today. Maybe an eighth of an inch if we're lucky. So pretty non-event here so far. Hopefully it'll change and it'll move our way a little bit more. We need it to come down south a little bit more.
Yeah, you know, whenever the National Weather Service says, I think it says 1 3/4 inches, it's like, yeah, not even half. It's usually the way it is for us. So, yeah, you need some rain up there, I'm sure.
Well, Lee over there in Watsonville got 2 inches, so he did well. I don't know how much Tom got, but probably less, maybe more like 1 inch in Santa Cruz. I don't know. Anyway, nothing to shout about here. All right, 7-3, good to hear you, and we'll look for you Sunday night. Sounds like you're getting back in the groove there from the travels. N5NPD for your final, K6MYC.
K6MYC, N5NPD, yep, 73, yeah, well, those guys over there on the coast, when the rain comes in, they get a whole lot more than we do over here on the backside, but anyhow, catch you Sunday night.
7-3, Brett. Okay, over to you, Fred, and I'll tweak on you here a little bit. KD6SOK, K6MYC.
Hey, Mike, very good. Yeah, we got, I put out the rain gauge a couple days ago, and I measured it this afternoon, and we had 1.7 inches of rain, 1.7 inches, which is pretty good. It started raining early this morning, like about 5 o'clock in the morning. It went on for 6 hours. So it's a steady rain. It just rained and rained and rained. I thought I'd get more closer to 2 inches. So 1.7 is pretty decent. Boulder Creek got 5 inches, 5 inches in Boulder Creek. Of course, they always get a lot of rain, enough to wash away the houses. So pretty good storm that came through here. So that was really impressive. It's I see blue skies out now. So, but of course, I missed the aurora borealis that we had the other night because it was super cloudy. Back to you, Mike, K86SOK.
Yeah, and 6 meters was open today around 6 o'clock in the evening here. It might have been open earlier, but I caught it a little bit after 6, and we all worked about 5 or 6, 7 or 8 or 9 W5s, W4s, all the way from Texas all the way into Louisiana and Alabama. So, and a couple of stations were worked in Florida, but that was on FT8. I did not hear any Florida stations here on the sideband part. So 6 was open just about dinner time here. So there you go. You may have missed that, Fred, but you might want to keep an eye on it tomorrow again if you can. KD6SOK, K6MYC. Thank you, Fred.
Yeah, you're welcome, Mike. Is it closed? Is the band closed right now? And I don't do FT8. I hate that mode. Everybody's on FT8 these days.
No, this was sidebound. I don't do FT8 either.
Is the band closed now, or do I need to go in the computer room and take a look?
Yeah, I worked about 10 stations. I think 5 or 6 W4s and 4 or 5 W5s. So it's close to 10 stations worked. and heard a lot more, but they faded out before I could pick them all up, and some of the guys were very weak. I'm, of course, running a kilowatt and the 9 element, and they were hearing me, but I couldn't pull them out. Over.
Yeah, that's an impressive 7 kilowatt 9 elements. That ought to do it. Should be able to get Europe on that.
Well, yeah, 1,500 watts at the shack here anyway. I ought to get probably half of that to the tower. And then the antenna's up 100 feet, 9 elements on the 50-foot boom. So it's going to open the band if there's an opening. There's no doubt about that. And that's what it did. I had some callers. I couldn't get off at 125. I kept saying I'm going to go up to 135, and I'd have 4 or 5 callers. And I just gave up on those guys because I just didn't want to stay on 125. There was other W6s on here that were trying to work people as well. So I moved up to 135 and had a couple of people move up, and either held it too long with them and lost the other guys, or they never moved up. I don't know which. All right, 7-3, Fred, and we'll see you Sunday or Monday. Monday, I guess, on 222. KD6SOK, K6MYC.
Thanks, Mike. All right, have a great evening. 7-3, KD6SOK.
7-3. Let's see, WB6JNN. How are we doing over there tonight, Jim? WB6JNN, K6MYC.
WB6JNN, course gold.
Okay, I hear course gold in there. Good evening, 107. WB6JNP, K6MYC. Go ahead, Dane.
Okay, we show rain started at 7:30 this morning. We had a null from about 3 until 4:50 started up again. And at the present time, I'm showing 0.35 inches. So, needless to say, when I was driving down to Fresno, we got dumped on a lot. So, like you were saying, it's just, the way the mountains work.
How much rain did you get? I missed that. I'm having a little trouble copying. I had to move the antenna 2 or 3 times to find you. Go ahead.
Oh, we had, the recording gauge shows 0.35 inches, and the digital shows 0.5. So it's, been going off and on. But we had a null from 3 p.m. to 4:15. There was nothing except.
Yeah, well, we didn't have any rain all day for all practical purposes. You could have worked outside all day and you'd never get wet. Here we had a little a drizzle. It's misting right now. We don't even have any rain. It's misting. You can feel the water in the air, but it's a wet mist, but not even heavy. So that's it. All right, very good, Dane. I'm glad you got some there anyway. Hopefully next few days we'll get some more down this way. So far it's a non-issue. Let me get the other stations there in the Bay Area there. KD6SO not KD6 WB6JNP. Thank you, Dane. K6MYC looking back toward the Bay Area.
W6TQL, and 775 is in there, Mobile also.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I hear you fine. I'm pointed up north. I'm almost toward Oakley. But good signal, Jim, 1200. And let me see if I can hear 775 quickly. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Go ahead, Mike. K6MYC, over.
I'm not hearing him now.
I don't hear him either. Okay, well, anyway, how was your day? How much rain did you get?
Oh, well, let's see. 1.5 inches was the total for the storm, and we got something like 1/2 inch overnight, but by the time the day was done, 1.5 inches, and it was a very slow-moving storm, so it's probably just starting to enter your area right now. By the way, when Lee was transmitting, I think he's probably got some water issues, because he was fine before we got the rainfall, and now I couldn't hear him at all on direct here. I could hear them just barely coming through your system, but I can usually copy them here direct, and I couldn't do that tonight, so he's probably got some water in the coax or in the connector or something like that. All righty, back to you, K6NYC, W6PQL.
Yeah, he hasn't been on VHF and UHF long enough to realize that, boy, it doesn't take but a drop of water and you got half your power gone. One drop of water. Mel and I, in the old days when we were doing antenna testing, would accidentally get water in the feed line. We found one drop of water in an end connector, and you're just about done. Just about eats you up. I mean, you can see it dramatically on the power, on the gain department. It drops every bit of 3 dB and more sometimes. Just one drop. And more is even worse, of course, so that may be what happened tonight. I couldn't hear him. I could copy him sometimes. I got enough out of it to get his call and his number and all that, but that was it. All righty. I'll let you go, and, well, stick around a second, and maybe you can help me with somebody else I might not be able to hear. I thought we would have Jim. Well, I guess Jim's got the same problem on 432. I was thinking he was on 222 tonight for some reason. Somebody said something about 222, and my brain switched. But here we are on 432, so we're not going to hear J and N tonight. But let's see, we should hear a couple of others. QRZ the Bay Area, Bozo Net 222, K6MYC, calling and listening.
It's 432, Mike, and I've got to go get the wife at the airport.
Okay, well, we'll get the list going, and I'll just have Judy send you a copy of it, okay?
That sounds great. Thanks, Mike. KM6SR.
Okay. 73. Now, who else was in the Bay Area there? Please come again. Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie.
KB6 Whiskey India Sugar.
Okay, K6WIS. Hang on just a second, Paul. I think there was somebody else in there with you. Who was the other station on 432? Go ahead.
775.
Okay, Mike, go ahead. 775. I'll come your way a little bit more. K6MYC. Go ahead. I don't hear him.
Yeah, Mike, you're still a little bit too far north for Mike over here in Daly City.
Oh, I got him. I'm off. My calibration's off about 10 degrees, Jim. So if you're looking at the number, that really relates more like to 295 as opposed to 307 or 305 or whatever it is. So I just peeked on him. That's where he's peaking. I couldn't hear him very well, but we got you, Mike, about Q3. Readability 3 tonight. Conditions are very poor. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for coming in and giving us a check-in at least. KB6WFC, K6MYC, 73, Mike.
73, good copy there. Must be airplane scatter. All right, thanks. Good evening. 73, KB6WFC.
Yeah, now you're roaring in here. Band's up and down all over the place. I don't think that was an airplane. It's just the band going up and down. Thanks, Mike. Big signal now, over. Okay. Let's see, was there anybody else in the Bay Area? Let me move back just a little bit more into the Bay Area. K6MYC Bozo Net. Anybody else?
Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sierra.
K6WIS. Go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, good evening, Mike. You've got quite a strong signal on the bounce curve here. You're peaking in S5 when you're pointed in the center of the Bay Area. That was pretty good. How copy me, over?
You know, I've got you at 285, which is where you're peaking right now. Quite a good signal, about 5 and 3 to 5 and 5, something like that. Do you have any other check-ins for us tonight from up your way? Over.
Oh, thanks, Mike. Yeah, that improved your signal. You're peaking over S5 now. No other check-ins, no relays from me. Just checking in myself. K6WIS, over.
Okay. Did you get any rain up there today?
Oh, yeah, quite a lot. Over 2¼ inches, and it's still raining, over.
Okay, because we've had no rain here yet. It's of any note. 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of 1 inch. That's all I got so far. So it's very, very poor at the moment. Very, very poor rainfall here. So not doing very well in the marine department here. It never cut this far south, apparently. Anyway, good signal at this point, and if you can stick around, we'll check you in a couple of minutes on the direct path there. K6WIS in Placerville area, K6MYC.
Okay, thanks, Mike. 73s will check you on the direct path, hopefully in a few minutes. Over.
Okay, 73.
Hey, Mikey.
Go ahead.
Yeah, come on back to the South Bay for KB6BA, okay?
No, I think I went past you. Try it again, Jim.
Okay, yeah, you're kind of sweeping back and forth there, but KB6BA has been trying to get into you, and he's in the South Bay, over.
Well, I'm trying to find a peak on you. If you go a little longer, maybe I can find it. It's the path is skewed. I'm copying Paul on the direct direction, right as if I was calibrated. And I'm above 300 degrees for you to hear you. So it's really screwed up here tonight. Give me another call, please. Over.
Yeah, I moved mine a little bit. I think you're scattering all over the place right now. But what I was trying to tell you is you need to come out. You're going way too far north now, I think. What I was trying to tell you is you got to come back to the South Bay. Come back to the South Bay for KB6BA. Over.
Okay, I'm that way now. KD6, who is it?
KB6BA.
It's too quick. I don't know who that is.
That's Oliver. Call Oliver.
Oh, KB6BA. Okay, I should hear Oliver now. Fine. Oliver, KB6BA. Go ahead. K6MYC. Over.
K6MYC, KB6BA. Thank you, Jim, for the relay. Moderately strong, Mike, and yep, plenty of rain here, so we'll see how it makes things greener. K6MIC, KB6BA over 900.
Yeah, well, there we are. See, now I'm back down to, I think it's on 296. I'm just about 10 degrees off axis here. It's pointed to 286, but the readout says 296, so I should calibrate, but I forgot to do that today. Anyway, you're loud and clear, no problem. We've been missing you the last few nights, but nice to hear you in there tonight. And I guess you're recovered from your trip down through New Mexico and all that. Over?
Yeah, that was in the summer. Went to Tucson end of October, and that's over with. So just getting ready for holiday stuff. Over.
Aren't we all? Yes, sir. Thanksgiving is creeping up very quickly on us here, but looks like the government strike or the government shutdown is not going to be much of a factor. They should have most of the flights sorted out by in the next week or so. So hopefully it won't impact the people that want to travel on Thanksgiving. So that's at least good. Okay, well, great to hear you, and hopefully we'll hear you again next week. You're going to be home for a while, are you?
Yeah, week and a half, most likely.
Oh, a whole week and a half. Okay. The traveling man over there. All right. Well, thanks much for coming in, Oliver. I appreciate it. Did you get in your area there, in Cupertino, not Cupertino, but San Jose, Los Gatos area, did you get rain there? How much?
Yeah, a fair amount, and up to the drainage ditches in Sunnyvale. We're about half to three-quarters full, so good to get that amount of rain in South Bay. Over.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we didn't get any here yet, so you probably heard me say that. Nothing to note. 1/8 of an inch since last night at midnight. 1/8 of an inch since then. So that's it. So it's essentially missed. All right, take care, and thanks again for checking in here, Oliver. Sorry I didn't catch you the first time through. KB6BA, K6MYC, 73.
Roger, take care.
Anybody else before we go on up to Oakley, K6MYC, Bozo Net? toward Oakley. N6RO, N6 Radio Ocean, Radio Oakley, K6MYC, over.
Roger, K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835, in Charlie Mike 97, DX. High temperature was 68, I believe. Had a little over 1 inch of rain, which was welcome. And we, let's see, dinner was my usual Thursday night quickie, the chicken Caesar salad from Costco. And, there we go. Got rid of that noise. And, what else? Oh, big day on the farm. My orchard manager torched off the burn pile, which is about 30 foot square and 8 feet high. It's still glowing out there in the dark. And we had the walk-in tub by Safe Step installed. So that's my luxury birthday present to myself, N6RO.
Oh, when's your birthday?
Next Sunday, a week from Sunday, 23rd.
Oh, okay. Well, happy unbirthday you when you get there. All right, very good. Fine on the tub. Yeah, well, you could probably use that. I could probably use a tub now and then, although my bones don't give me that much trouble. I don't ache very often, and I get stiff, but I can straighten it out very quickly, so I'm very lucky in that department. Okay, on your 1 inch of rain, we've had none here, 1/8 of an inch since midnight, so no essential rain. We wouldn't have impacted any work done outside, and it all rained when it was dark. I didn't get any rain in the daylight, over.
Yeah, roger. Geez, I had another comment. This is getting to be a habit. I have some urgent thing to tell you, and I forget it before I try.
Well, it might have been related to the email that you sent to AI6TN about Hector, but it might not have been.
Yeah, well, that wasn't it, but I did send emails a couple hours ago, in fact, to Jeff, and gave him Hector's telephone and email, and told him that he would probably have to install a base before Hector even goes up the tower. He does tower work, he doesn't do bases. Anyway, we'll see what goes there. Oh yeah, the tub. It's got a lot of therapeutic features to it. It's got high pressure jets, and it's got an oxygen, or actually air blower in it. And it's got heated seats. I mean, it's just an incredible machine. I'm looking forward to it. I got to wait 48 hours for all of the connections, the hose connections and PVC connections that I have to cure before we really run it. And it's got a lot of controls on it, just like an aircraft. It even talks. So, happy birthday to me, N6RO.
Oh, happy birthday to you, and the tub will do wonders for you. Yeah, and it gives you like radio. You get like in front of your radio with that thing. Sounds good. Yeah, the air bubbles, we had that in all of our spas. With the air injection with the bubbles coming out, and that adds to the pleasure of the pressure that's coming out and rubbing your back. Quite a strong stream if you work it around, and you can move your back and forth across that high pressure, and it's like wonderful fingers without fingernails that are working you over.
Yeah, right. I got a demo of it before the guys left, and the jets are, and all of the therapeutic devices are really strong. I mean, it creates waves in the thing.
Oh yeah, I can believe it. Okay, Sounds good. Well, I'm glad you got that part of it taken care of and okay on your burn pile. Yeah, I can't burn here because Frank's invalided at this point. I don't know when Frank should be able to walk and get on his tractor or my tractor and push the stuff around. We can't burn that big a pile here. It's dangerous. There's too many trees and potential wind that can come up and spread it. Well, if it's been raining outside, we wouldn't have any issues. But normally, Frank makes about 5 or 6 piles. One big one in the middle, that's the big one that's been collecting stuff for 6 or 8 months or longer. And then all the latest stuff for the last 2 or 3 months is piled in piles on either side. And we just go down there. And when we're burning, we also have the tractor there. And as the pile begins to burn down and get down to embers and low flames, and we just push in another fresh pile. Over.
Yeah, that's what Alan, my vineyard manager, did. He had his tractor with a bucket and kept piling up what was left of the burn. It's still glowing out there. It'll probably finally die out. It was raining all day here, so he was out there on the tractor in the rain, and I was looking on from the porch where it wasn't raining.
Yeah, that makes tractor guys tough. They like to do that. Myrna had an uncle who was a tractor driver, and he was at the dump. He did the dump along with other places, but once a week he would go out and push stuff around at the local dump. And one day they went outside, and the tractor was sitting there just going around in a circle, about 100-foot in diameter circle, going around and round and round. And Louis had died right on the tractor. Over.
Oh, what a way to go.
So he was doing what he wanted to do when he went. So that's what could ask. Who could ask for anything more?
Lots of stories about tractors.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll let you go. Thanks for the chat, and we'll look for you Sunday night. Good luck in the contest. Hopefully you win this phone contest this weekend. 6 meters, by the way, was open for me. I woke up and heard it about 6 o'clock this evening. Worked about 10 or 12 stations in W4, W5 land. Over.
That's interesting at this time of year. My 6-meter radio was being used in the Wednesday night sprint. So I couldn't sample it then. I could now if it's still open, but I probably won't. We'll see on Sunday night, and we're all set for all the radios are lined up for the Skydband sweepstakes, where we hope to pull off a victory of some sort, either beating last year or beating everybody on the West Coast or beating everybody, period. N6RO.
Okay, well, good luck with that. Hopefully you'll get some good conditions on 80. And hopefully by the weekend, the big CMAs that are going on now causing all the grief will be subsided, and maybe 160 even might come back. I know you're not going to do 160, but 80, hopefully you'll make many points on 80 and keep up with the boys on the East Coast there. Hi. 7-3 Ken. N6, let's see, maybe Rob's gone. I was going to say Rob could work you, but he's on the way to the airport to pick up his wife. She's just coming back from some kind of a film thing. She writes, she's a screenwriter now in her retirement, so she's quite popular and has won quite a few awards with her screen writings. So whenever she gets a chance, she goes down and makes herself available, I guess, or joins groups or whatever. Not sure what all she does. Anyway, he's on his way to the airport, so I don't think there's anybody else here that could work you. Anybody else want to say hello to Ken? OIB has not been here since flea market this last weekend. OIB, are you here, Ken? Oh, we're all alone. 7-3, we'll see you Sunday night if you can make it, Ken. N6RO, K6MYC.
Yeah, interesting about Rob's wife. And I guess Ken's probably watching Thursday night football. We'll see you on Sunday, N6RO.
Well, I don't know. I don't think he's that big a football fan, but he might be. That usually doesn't stop him from coming out at a break or something and saying hello anyway. All right, take care. K6MYC clear and looking for anybody else up the San Joaquin Valley. How about KD6 Whiskey Victor Lima? Are you there, Larry? I mean, John? Yeah, give me more chatter, more chatter. I got a peek on you. More chatter, more chatter.
When you were talking to Ken, you were pretty good. Well, Ken was the biggest fellow out here for me. But, I watched it on my way to the week. So you can fix that WVL 1179.
Yeah, the band's really down tonight. I got you at Q3, 1179, but it's not readable for most purposes. I got you, but it's very, very poor copy tonight. And I wiggled back and forth, but you're not the only one. There's 3 or 4 that I had a terrible time with. It's QSB, too. You will come up. You'll come roaring up here in a minute, but right at the moment you're down. Anyway, thanks for being there, John. Thanks for checking in. And we'll look for better conditions after this weather has passed through. I assume you got half-inch of rain or maybe more. Up there we got 0 here, only 1/8 of an inch. So almost no rain here at all, which was very disappointing. 7-3, KD6WVL, K6MYC, clear and standing by for KO6IQR. And I'm not hearing Mario tonight. KO6IQR, K6MYC, Mario. KO6IQR, K6MYC. I guess he's not there today. Maybe he's watching football. Okay, let me go into the Bay Area here. KJ6KFB. How about you, Darren? Are you here?
WB6ISO.
WB6ISO. Go ahead, Dennis.
Yep, just listening here and checking out the situation there. And good evening to you. Don, how you doing?
Yeah, very difficult copy. It's all chopped up, and of course we've got Beale Air Force Base not helping us either. But good evening, Dennis. We got your 86. Do you have any other check-ins?
No other check-ins at this time, Mike. Just was checking out the new system I put up, and the coax is really helping out, bringing up the signal. So, yeah, new coax really helps on the replacement old stuff. So that's quite improvement I'm seeing so far.
It's so broken up, Dennis, I can't copy. You got good signal, but it's just all chopped up in little pieces. Over.
Yeah, and there's a lot of multipath with you as well. So, okay. All right. Well, I'll try to get to you under better conditions the next time around. WB6ISO.
Okay, 73. So let's see. KO6KD. How about you, Bill? K6MYC, over.
Yeah, KO6KD. Good evening, Dennis. KO6KD, Bozo 776 checking in, Mike. I'll give you a little more chatter. Try to get the antenna on me if you can peek on me. I've been rocking my antenna back and forth a little. We've had so far 1.95 inches of rain. The last time I checked, which was a couple of minutes ago, over.
Oh, wonderful. We haven't had any rain here. 1/8 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, so it all went your way. It didn't come down here at all. Went as far as Oakhurst, they got about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch in Oakhurst, and over an inch in Oakhurst got more than an inch. Coarse Gold didn't get a full inch, I don't think. And it stopped while it got here. We just didn't get any. I got 1/8 of an inch, so not worth talking about. Maybe next time, or maybe tomorrow or the next day, it'll get down this way. I think there's one storm after another here coming in. I don't know. Anyway, good to hear you, and we'll look for you in the morning. I will try to be there. I was late this morning. We did not hear you this morning, but you were the only one that was missing. But but Mark had radio problems, so he came and went a couple of times and then never did come back. So the radio kept quitting on him. Something wrong with the microprocessor or something in the radio. It was just doing funny things. It wasn't dying. It was just going off and doing other modes or something. He couldn't figure it out, so he ended up not being in there very long. Otherwise, and of course, John didn't show up either. K7KF was not in there either. So it was a little light this morning, and I was late because I had to take a shower. Anyway, we'll see you in the morning, and everything should be back to normal here, hopefully. We did have propagation to Phil. We copied Phil just fine, so at least that part of it was okay. K06KD, K6MYC, over.
Yeah, Dennis, go ahead. Yeah, you're fine. Pointed at each other, but I hear you fine. Okay. The overcast and the darker room, once I started to sleep, I just kept sleeping. It was a very nice being able to get a little extra sleep. So I will set my alarm, and then I'll set it on the other side of the room, so I will have to get out of bed to go over and shut it off in the morning. So hopefully, God willing, I will be there, over.
Okay, did you say you will be or you will not be there?
I certainly will try. I will certainly try.
Okay, very good. I understand. I think you overslept. I think that's what I heard. I was having trouble with Beal. Beal is knocking the hell out of me tonight here, and I was looking for the noise blanker. Or the blanker, and I was hitting the wrong button, and I kept going into the FM mode here. I can't see the radio good enough to push the right buttons anymore. So that's why I missed a little bit of yours, but it wasn't because you weren't Q5. All right, I'll let you go. We'll see you in the morning, and I'll try to get John in here, hopefully. I did not hear Darren again, but Darren doesn't have a big station, but usually I can hear him pretty well there.
Yeah, he's not around tonight.
He's what?
Yeah, Darren is not around tonight. No Darren, no Darren.
No Darren, no Darren. I got it. Okay, thank you. All right, very good. 7-3, and we'll see you tomorrow and then on Sunday, of course, all the mornings. 73 is K06KD, K6MYC, looking for KR6MR.
Bozo 759, very, very weak. You probably have to bend around to peak on the KR6MR. Give you an update.
Yeah, it's about Q4. You're up and down, not a QSB. And I peeked back and forth on you. I cannot get any more out of it. So it is weak tonight, very weak. Everybody's down quite a bit tonight, except for an occasional big peak with the signals coming through. I think I'm just too high here, and I'm locked out from everybody down below. There must be an inversion at very low level. Anyway, good to hear you, John. Thank you for checking in. Thanks for climbing the stairs and getting on. I wish copy was better, but sometimes we have to just keep things short because the readability is poor. 73s, and we'll see you Sunday night, John. See you Sunday night. Everything should be stabilized, hopefully, by that time. KR6MR, Meadow Vista, K6MYC, over.
Very, very bad.
He said 7-3, Mike.
Yeah, it's funny. I can hear you fine. I just can't copy him. And I'm at 330, and it's pretty good for you. Anyway, thank you. 73s to you, John. I probably would have heard him, but I was sweeping way wide to see if I wasn't missing it and getting him in a side lobe or something.
2.8 inches of rain up there.
He had And how many inches? 3?
Just under 3, 2.8.
Oh boy, wonderful, wonderful. Well, at least the rain's coming. It just isn't getting down to us, but I guess that's overall still good for California, so we can't complain, huh?
The forecast is tomorrow, and the next day you will be getting it, as well as Los Angeles.
Well, I hope so.
That's what they say. You should be getting over an inch of rain.
Okay, well, we can use an inch and only up to 4 inches. Maybe we can get some water in my pond for a change. I didn't get any last year. I got 1/8 of an inch so far today. Over.
Oh well, that's better than a spit in the face.
Well, it was a spit. That 1/8 of an inch took almost 12 hours to get here.
Oh dear.
I was misting and just occasional drizzle. I never even got I got hit by one raindrop when I was out today. I got hit by one raindrop. It was a freak. He was floating around doing nothing else but looking for me. 7-3, Bill. We'll see you tomorrow morning. KO6KD, K6MY.
Hey, sure that wasn't a bird that flew over? All right, goodbye, good night, KO6KD.
Okay, anybody else copying before I go to Nevada? K6MYC, Bozo Net. Okay, going to Nevada. We'll see what happens up here. Okay, Nevada. KD6BQ, KD6BQ, KD6BQ. You may have gotten rained out up there. K6MYC, calling and listening. KD6BQ, 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 KD6BQ. I'm moving the antenna back and forth on you to try to find the path. KD6BQ, K6MYC, calling and listening. I'm pretty sure I would hear CW if you're there, but I'm not even finding a trace of CW. So I haven't heard enough to be able to check you in tonight, Richard, if you're there. I'll try once again. KD6BQ, 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 K6MYC, calling and standing by. Okay, nothing heard. I guess we're done for the evening here. Aaron, are you copying me in this direction?
Yes, but I'm currently helping a 9-year-old with homework. K6USY.
Okay, well, we're going to get out of here, and I will photo this, have Judy send the photo of this to Rob. I don't know how many I've got here, but it's a pretty marginal showing tonight on 432, probably about 20, 21, something like that. Okay. Did you were you keeping log at all?
Break.
Yeah, go ahead, the break.
Hey, when are you coming this way, Mike?
Who is it?
K6MTS, Prather.
I can hear you. You can call in any direction. I'm pointed due north at the moment, however. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can barely hear you. And I can hear Aaron, but barely. But all right, check it in. So maybe you got 22 or 23 now.
I mean, you can barely hear my 800 watts, and I can copy your 50?
That's correct.
Something wrong there, huh?
Something. Must be the weather.
Yeah, no, you're very Q5. I'm not having any trouble with you at all. I'll come around. I'm going to point the antenna south anyway for the next schedule coming up here on Monday night. So I'll point this thing down your way more. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I haven't had dinner yet, so let me run in and give it away for the night, if you don't mind. And did you get some rain in Prather?
I don't mind a bit, Mike. You have yourself a really nice dinner there. We got just a slight bit.
somewhere between 0 and a quarter. I'm not sure how much, but it was measurable, but I'm not sure how much. But nothing significant.
Yeah, okay. Well, I got about the same here, about the eighth of an inch. I couldn't even measure it. It's so far down in the gauge. It's just I can see water in the bottom of the gauge, and that's it. I call it an eighth of an inch, but it could be a quarter. It could be a 16th for all I know. All right, 7-3, Mark. Thanks for coming. Mark, Rob is on the way to the airport to pick up the wife, so that's why he's not in here this evening. And Aaron's attending to a homework assignment for the 9-year-old. Over.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I heard. Good evening, Aaron. And yeah, you got to take care of the kids. And I heard about Rob. And yeah, I'm hearing you fine, Mike, but you're S0.
Okay, well, this should be better. This is more towards Sacramento, but I must have a back lobe out there. Is that better for you?
Yeah, it's S3.
Okay, very good. No, we're copying you fine. Is it better for you now?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, very good. And you had about the same amount of rain I got here, so it wasn't the fact that we were lower in elevation than you are. You're higher, aren't you? You're 2,500 or so?
Oh, no, negative. We're probably similar to you. We're about 1,500-ish. Right about between 15 and 1,600, depending which part of the property you're on. Over.
Yeah, but you're almost due east of me, so this cloud line would just didn't come down far enough. Coarse gold got a half an inch or more, so it just didn't come another 15 miles to the south of us here. Over.
Yeah, I'm definitely due east of you, pretty much, and must have been the northern lights, all that stuff going on, those solar issues going on that kept the rain out.
Well, I don't think so. It would have kept the rain out of everywhere. That's too localized. The solar stuff doesn't affect you locally. It might have an effect on the weather, but it might be bigger somewhere and weaker somewhere else. This has just been the pattern that we've seen over the last couple of years when the rain comes. It's been sliding by us. And one thing I know for sure, and this is kind of typical, and I tell everybody this, and they don't pay any attention to it when I say it. But I said, we don't rain much in the daytime. It has to be a really freak rainstorm for us to rain heavily in the daytime. We might get one quick 5-minute downpour and it'll sprinkle for a half an hour or something, but for the most part, it doesn't rain in the daytime. We get all our rain here at night. That's when the heavy rains come. And I don't know whether that's terrain or what it is that causes that, but anyway. But today, I could have worked outside all day and I wouldn't have been wet without even a hat on or a coat on. It was about 70 here, for 65 to 70, quite pleasant outside.
Yeah, same here. I was out there working on the backhoe and some chainsaw stuff, doing some other things. It was similar. Yeah, I was just being kind of dopey about the sunspot thing. But yeah, different this year though, Mike. K6MTS, by the way. We had this rain in October, and that's not very common. And that was nice though. So typically, my recollection over the last more recent years is we don't get significant rain until Thanksgiving-ish or maybe later. So it's actually, I think we're a little bit ahead of the schedule. Over.
Well, depends on the year. It depends on how far back you go. I can remember years it was raining like hell in September when we were going to school here. I went to school at Fresno State in 1958, and it rained like hell.
Dude, Mike, that was a long time ago.
Well, yeah, my first car was a Chariot.
58's a while ago. I was talking more recent, like the last, 7 to 10 years-ish.
Yeah, well, I've been here at this location for 25 years, and I've had downpours in just September and other years, and early rain. Usually it starts to rain. You can count on it pretty reliably. If you haven't had a good rain before the 1st of September, it's odd. And then we get pretty steady rain from there on up. Anyway, let me get out of here. I hear the dinner being placed on the table. I went and cooked some special stuff tonight, so I better get in there and get some dinner while everybody's still around the table. Take care, Mark. Thanks for checking in. Sorry you missed Rob, but he'll be on here Sunday night, of course. K6MTS, K6MYC. Are you learning how to use that backhoe?
Oh yeah, somewhat. In fact, I'm Facebook marketplacing a guy up in Yuba City about a smaller bucket, an 18-inch bucket. I got a 24-inch one. I get a little skinnier one. We'll see how that works out. But yeah, you know, I moved up from San Diego to this area in 1996. And that year, I moved up in October. I moved up to top of the 4-lane up there, Pine Ridge area. And it actually snowed that October, late October. And I don't think it's maybe snowed once since then, maybe twice since '96 that I'm aware of, because my sister still lives up in the area. But that's kind of what I'm going by as far as the weather thing. But that's not relevant. What's relevant is what's for dinner and getting you to the table there, Mike.
Okay. Yeah, I can remember we had snow one year. I can remember homecoming down Friant Road, head out toward Friant, and I dropped down from the top level up where the park is there and dropped down to the sort of the valley of the river floor. And as I went down there, the road disappeared on it. It was about 6 or 8 inches of snow in the road, and there'd only been a few cars through there, so I just kind of stayed in the tracks that I could see, but I couldn't see anything. Side of the road was missing and everything. So I just followed the tracks and chugged on home, and then we got to Friant on the north side of a fence I had in the backyard across the yard. Fence ran east-west, but it was a wood fence, and a lot of snow fell, and stayed on the back side of the fence where the sun didn't shine. It was there for 2 weeks, and all my oranges, I had 6 or 8 orange trees with full oranges on them, and every orange tree froze solid after that, and I lost a whole crop of oranges, about 4 tons of oranges on those trees. We buried them. I had a guy with a tractor next door, and he came and made a big trench in my yard, and we pushed all the oranges in there. They were just orange ornaments. They were empty.
What year was that, Mike?
I don't know. Had to be in the 90s somewhere.
Interesting. All right. What's for dinner?
Spaghetti squash.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoy it.
I do too. See you later. K6MTS, K6MYC in Delta Mike 07, Delta Bravo, closing the 432 Bozo Net on 11/13/25, 7-3.
7-3.